Let's see. Hello everyone. This is Kelly with Honeybee Stamps, and I am going to be creating a birthday card today with our Build-A-Bot stamp and coordinating die set, as well as the Gear Up sentiments. I'm also going to be using one of our stencil sets, and this one is called In Gear. You can see this is nice and dirty and well loved, but we're going to use that today. Before I jump in on the stamps and coloring and all that, I want to remind everybody that next week we have something really special coming up. It's Honeybee Stamp's 6th birthday week, and we're going to be celebrating all week long with some giveaways, some little tours around the warehouse. Also, we're going to be having some little sneak peeks into our upcoming release. And so I hope you'll join us on social media the 12th through the 16th for all of the birthday fun. So I'm going to set this aside. If you can hear and see everything well, if you'll just leave me a little comment in the comment section, tell me your name and where you're from, that would be awesome. And I am going to get going on this super cute birthday card using older stamps and dies. These were released, I believe, last year. And so I had some requests to use the Build-A-Bot. We had some customers that wanted some inspiration using that, and so that's what I'm going to use and create with today. Let's see, I do see that there are some people in. I see some little eyeballs there in the little section that tells me how many people are watching. So make sure that you tell me where you are. And we have Laura that has chimed in. Hello, and Claudia, thank you. Thanks for joining us. We're a little bit earlier than normal today because I am packing my bags to fly to Oregon to the Honeybee Stamps headquarters, and so I had to go a little bit earlier today so I could get organized and get everything ready. Hey Ricky, how are you? Hey Valerie. All right. Oh, and Valerie is in Oregon. Hey Tanya, how are you? Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be using the Build-A-Bots. So super cute. I love all the little mix and match pieces that we have in here. There's even some little gears that make balloons, and that is what I'm going to create today. I'm going to do a birthday card, but I think these are great for Father's Day is coming up, so you could do kind of a masculine thing with the little gears and everything, and then some really great sentiments. So we have Gear Up for a great birthday, I miss you, I love you, HB to you, you light up my life, so that would be great for a Father's Day card. Nuts and bolts for you as well, a great Father's Day card. And this would be great with our classic cars stamps and dies as well. So keep that in mind when you are looking for your sentiments and things like that to kind of mix and match and put things together. So super cute there. I'm super excited to get into this, and I'm so excited that I had some requests to use this. Okay, you can see my messy page that I have here. This is kind of the color scheme that I'm going with today. And so all of my markers are written down, and I tested out inks to see which ones I like best. And I'll refer to this as I go through my little card tutorial today. And I'm going to start out with the In Gear stencils. And I'm going to do a little bit of a background that's kind of going to show on the side of my birthday card. Let's see here. I'm good, Ricky. Thank you for asking. Let's see here. There's Diana. Yes, Valerie, I am so excited. I love the Pacific Northwest. I used to live in Spokane, and so I have missed it so much. And so I am so excited to get to go to the Honeybee Stamps headquarters and check everything out. I can't wait to see like how our orders are packed and all those hardworking people that work in the warehouse. And so I am super excited. Plus, I just love Oregon. I love when the owner, Melissa, and Lisa, who is Melissa's right hand lady, I love when we all can get together. And because this year has been so crazy, we haven't gotten to get together like we normally would. And so I'm so excited that for our birthday week, we are getting together and going to have a great time. I just cannot wait. And we're going to bring you guys along. So this first layer that I'm going to do is all the little cogs and little teeth for the gears. And I am going to brush on some broken china. So I'm going to use one of my Honeybee Stamps blending brushes and just blend right over the top. Now, when I do the whole design or put my card together, you're only going to see about this much and then over. So I'm probably going to stop right about here. That way I just don't waste the ink or anything like that. Now I have taped off this section because I'm known to get a little wild with my ink blending, and I don't want that to go up onto the back side of my card base. So this is going to go directly onto my white card base. And Ricky's going to be in Oregon next month. Let's see, Jamie loves Oregon. It is the prettiest state. That and Washington, I love, 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 love. Okay, I'm just going to take this and get after it here. Now, my stencil, as I mentioned before, was a little bit dirty. It's a little well loved. It actually still has a little bit of that pixie spray on the back of it. And so this is going to be darker in some places, like here, and then lighter in some places. I think that's kind of fun. So I'm just going to go with it here. And I'm only going to do about half of this card base because, like I said, we're going to do a little bit of layering with some other colors of cardstock. And so no need to waste my time or my ink. Let's make a dark section right down here, going too far over there. Okay, and so I'm just going to peel this back very carefully, and this is just masking tape that I've used, and I'm going to very carefully pull back my stencil, and then you can see the little teeth and the little gears that we have going on here. I am going to pick up my card base and give my desk a little wipe down so we don't have a mess. Let's see here. Hello in Pennsylvania. Let's see. Tanya's never been to Oregon, and it's 8 hours away. I was going to say, Tanya, I thought that you lived maybe in the Seattle area. I may be wrong. Okay. So I'm going to go over this. Let's see, what color was that? Speckled, or broken china, excuse me. I'm going to go over that. And the centers of my gears are going to be hickory smoke. So I'm going to pull in a little bit of gray. And these are very easy to line up. If you'll look here at the top, you can see in gear centers. I make sure that when I stencil that all the words and the writing and everything is going in the same direction. That way it's super easy for me to line up my design when I'm going in for my next color or my next layer. And it's nice because I can kind of see that blue that I laid down. Whoops, and this one is not sprayed. Let's use a little pixie spray on this puppy. You can see the blue underneath the stencil. And so that helps to get everything lined up as well. Let's see. Across the Sumas in Washington. Oh, you're way up north. Okay. And yet Portland, I can't wait. I have driven through Portland. I've never really explored it, but that's where we'll be flying into, of course. And I am so excited. We used to do vacations on the Oregon coast and camp and do all of the fun things. Again, I'm going to tape this off just so I don't make a big mess. And then, like I said, I'm going to do the center of the gears in hickory smoke. Let's see. Love our Canadian neighbors. Anxious to go back to the butterfly gardens in Victoria, Miss Pat said. Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay. Now I'm going to go in, and I think I'm going to tap off just a little bit and then start going in with this hickory smoke. Just like that. And give her a little tap and then get these over here. Okay, now if you're ever wanting or looking for inspiration for some of your honeybee stamp sets that you have, the website is a great place to look. So honeybeestamps.com, we always put some of our designers' cards there right with the stamp sets and things, so you can kind of scroll through and look at those pictures. Pinterest is another great place. There's going to be even more inspiration on Pinterest. I'm going to pick this up if I can get a hold of it. And there we go. Now we have those really fun gears. Again, let's kind of do a little cleanup here. And then I can kind of close this and then set it aside. So I have even seen designers make little flowers out of these. So you could totally do yellow flowers and then a darker orange or green center or something like that. So these are really fun to play with. And again, I think they go with anything. You can use these for masculine cards for Father's Day, anything like that. They would go with the big pickup. They would be really cute back there. And I think they almost kind of look like eyeballs too. So with some of our little aliens and things that came with our little space kids, that would be another cutie. So, okay. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to set this aside. And then I am going to get to coloring some of our die cuts. And this is the fun. It's almost like paper dolls. You can see I have my little sentiment here. And some of these little tiny gears I have already quickly colored. And then the rest of them I'm going to color with you guys here. So these are the little balloons that I have cut. And then I love the mix and match little body parts. So my little robot is going to have this cute little mohawk. Isn't he adorable? And then he's got some really cute little legs. And his little body with the buttons. And there we go. Okay. Yes, it looks like flowers, Valerie. And Diana is saying that her dad would love that. Yes, if your dad loves like tools and stuff like that, it would be a great one. And you can kind of mix and match. Okay, so I know for my body and for the main part of his head, I'm going to go, and I kind of showed you my color scheme that I have going on here. I'm going to go with this Y35 and Y38. So I'm going to pull those out, and I think I'm going to do my darkest points first and then smooth out with the lighter. Let's see, this robot is Tanya's favorite. Okay, so I'm just going to give pretty much just kind of a trace around parts of his face, kind of go up next to his little mohawk and bring it around. And I can do a little bit, maybe right down here. Just like so. I don't think I want to color in the whole thing. And then his little body with his buttons and his lights and things, I actually am going to go all the way around with my darker color and then kind of finish it out with the lighter. Let's see here. Yes, so cute for Father's Day. Hey, Nicole, I just noticed that was you. How are you? So super easy, not a whole lot of like blending or doing any of those things. And then I need to remember to color his little shoes or his little feet too. Okay, now I'm going to go in and just kind of finish off just like so. It's going to have kind of a darker ring around the outside. And this is that kind of yellowy, orangey color. Okay, so that guy is done. Now we'll do his little face. Let's see. Hello, Bonnie. Hey, Kim, you're not late at all. We're just really getting started with the coloring. I did a little bit of stenciling, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But I'm just doing some very easy coloring for these cute little robots. I was saying that they're almost like building paper dolls because you can just mix and match the pieces however you'd like. Okay, just like so. Look how cute he is. Okay, I can't forget his boots, and I'm going to go back to my dark color and then add a little bit of dark around here where his body would shadow it a little bit, and then also kind of right down here. There we go. He's got little springs. So cute. But I'll show you the stamp set again here in just a second so you can see all the little bits and bobs that you can add on to your robot. So cute. Let's see, maybe a little bit of the dark right here. There we go. And then again, I'm just going to go in and cover everything, the rest of it, with the lighter yellow. And I already have these die cut out just to save time, but they're a little bit harder for me to handle, the little pieces, but that's okay. There we go. A little lighter, bring in the light right up here. And then now we've really easily got his little legs. Okay, let's see here. I'm done with the orangey yellows. Let's see, Miss Diana says the grandson would love the robots. Let's see, Pat is saying she's gone to a local casino, very strict with masks. Yes. We are going to be following all of Oregon's guidelines, obviously, for masks and the whole 9 yards. So we'll be going with that. Okay, so for his mohawk and for his little springs in his legs and part of his arms, we're going to start pulling in the blue. And I have a B00 and a B02. So again, I'm going to start with my darker first so I can kind of get my dark points ready to go here. Right around this edge. Nothing fancy. A little bit in his neck, like so. And his little legs, I think I'm going to do them all in the light. And his arms, we're going to have a little bit of dark right on the undersides. Being very careful, try not to color outside the lines. And then right on this underside. There we go. And now I can go in the light and finish him off. So I'm just going to finish this off the blue. Just like that in his little neck. Looks like a little spring. And do a simple little fill in here on his little arms. There we go. And then again on this little arm. There. And then just the light on his legs for the springs. So no fancy blending or anything like that. These little pieces are so little. They're going to look cute no matter what. I just added a little bit of dark in some areas to kind of give it a little bit of dimension and variation there. Okay, now we've got his little legs done, his little arms. Now I'm ready to bring in some of the reds. And my reds I have here are R24 and R27. Let's see, Mimi's saying 2 more weeks and my doctor says I can go maskless if desired. 4 weeks after the second shot. Yes. I had my vaccination done a couple of months ago, I guess it's been. I was very fortunate, I guess you could say, that my husband is in the military and they offered it to military members, and then when they had enough to make sure that all of our active duty members were vaccinated, they offered it to spouses. So I was able to do that and take advantage of that then. So I'm so excited because now I'm able to kind of travel and stuff like that. I still do, wear my mask and stuff like that, of course, but it makes me feel a little bit better. And it makes me feel better that I'm not going to make anybody else sick, maybe. Okay, so I've got his little head, his arms here. I am going to do a red balloon. I might as well do that while I have my colors out here. Let's see here. I'm going to go around the edges with the dark and then just fill in with the light. Let's see. What do you guys still should wear? Yes. That's kind of how I look at it. People have different opinions about how they feel about the virus and all that, and that's fine. That's great. I respect everybody's opinion, but just to show kindness to everyone, we just wear our masks, right? So easy peasy. Here we go. I'm going to fill in with that lighter color right up until that little circle, and I'm going to actually color that circle in with a gray. Get that blended out just a little bit more here. Okay, we've got a little red balloon, and then let's go ahead and do some red little buttons here. I'm going to switch these up. This looks like his little control panel. Just like that. Kind of skip around a little bit. Just like this. So fun. This would even be fun, I think, if you had a bunch of stamped pieces and allowed your kiddos to color. I think that would be fun as well. All right, I'm going to do some, oops, wrong end. I'm going to do some blue dots. Let's say not getting the vaccine, had COVID and natural antibodies at least for a while. Still wear a mask. Socially, yes. In Texas, we're not required. Yes, I hear you. I honestly think that I had the virus before it was even considered to be out in the United States. I thought that I just had a bug at the time, of course. I'm sure like many people did. But kind of looking back on it now and knowing now what the symptoms were and things like that, I'm pretty sure that that is what I had. Okay, let's go ahead to, let's see, some of these are the yellow. So let's go ahead and fill in with the yellow and finish up his little control board here. So dang cute. And then I'm also going to do a blue balloon. So I'm sorry I'm kind of skipping around on you while we visit here. Let's see, no patios, only takeout is what kids were sent home to return. Oh no. To do online learning. Let's see, and that's Natalie. Where do you live, Natalie? Is that, and that must be going on now again. That sounds like kind of everything has closed down again. Going right around the edge again of the balloon with the darker blue, which is B02. Oh yes, me too. I'm glad, who was that? Jamie. I didn't even know that that's what it was, but it was very odd symptoms. And so now that we all are more knowledgeable, that's what I have. But I have had friends that have had it and still after months have not regained their sense of smell or taste. And so that's really odd. And So yeah, I'm very thankful. I have elderly grandparents who are still living that have kept safe, and my parents have kept safe. So I'm very thankful that my family has, um, they have all recovered and been safe. Okay, so I'm kind of done with all the coloring here, just chatting with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and chatting. Let's see, she's in Canada too. Oh, okay, thank you. Natalie's in Toronto. Oh, okay, I got you. I have, um, I have heard that Canada is still shut down there. Just the things I see on social media and things. So hopefully, maybe, especially when things start warming up for you guys, maybe you can kind of get out a little more. Um, oh, Kim, we had it in December. Wow. Wow, there's a bunch of people that are in the chat that have had it. Yes, Tanya, I hear you. Hey, Crafting a Plan Life, you're not late at all. I've done a little bit of coloring. I have my card base here that we did some stenciling on, and then the replay will always be available and saved there for you if you want to go back and watch it. Okay, so I have a couple of layers of cardstock. There is a dark gray that's going to kind of blend and go with that hickory smoke that's in the center of the gears. And then this is a really, really light gray color. And what I've done is I've trimmed these down where I can have a couple of layers here. And it's going to look just like so, just to kind of have a little bit, and I'm going to have a little space here for my little robot to stand, and then this little dark cardstock for kind of a divider here. It's going to kind of make all that pop. So I'm going to start building up my card base here, and then we're going to add all of our fun elements and little body parts of our robot. So I'm going to use just a little bit of my liquid adhesive. Let's see, I see people that have gotten their second shot. I had my second shot, I guess it's been a month or so ago. Let's see here, my husband had it over Thanksgiving. Oh. Okay, so I'm just kind of squeezing the corners together, just like so. Getting all that nicely laid down, and I kind of can see a little bit of my card base peeking out right here, and I'll trim that down once we're all finished. So I've got that layer. Now I can add my really light gray layer, and that's where we're going to start building up our cute little Build-A-Bot. So again, I'm just going to kind of pop it down and then match up my corners right over here. Make sure everything is lined up. That liquid adhesive is so nice because it gives us just a second to get everything lined up and into place. Make sure that oh, here we go. That's what it's doing. There we go. I had to straighten that out. Get that all lined up nicely and get everything squished down. Okay, now you can see our cute little gears and our layers of cardstock. And now it's time to start building our sweet little robot. Now I know parts of him I'm going to pop up. So I'm just going to lay everything out and kind of get the lay of the land here. Just like so. And then he's kicking up his little leg and then his head, his one arm and two arms. We're going to have cute little balloons up here, like so. Okay, and now I'm going to start adhering things down. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Yes, the stencils are called In Gear. It's a two-piece stencil set, and here when we, I'll go back and show you. Okay, I'm going to pop up his little belly first and then kind of nestle all the rest of his little pieces around that. So let me just kind of make sure everything is lined up just like so. And then his head, I think I'm going to add flat, flat, and I can kind of tuck his little neck right down in behind there, just like that. Oh, he's so dang cute with his little blue mohawk. I am loving that. And then I think I may pop out just his little boots. So let me find my little scissors here. I'm just going to snip off a couple little snippets here. Let me see if I can see that. Back there. There we go. And then his boots are going to be, the bottom is going to be kind of popped out a little bit, and the top of his legs will be adhered flat. So I'm going to put one kind of right here, just like that. Make sure everything is nice and straight. You can see where he's got a little bit of dimension there. And then let's do the same thing with his other little boot or leg or foot. And again, I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue up here to the top. And then he's so cute. Kind of looks like he's kicking that little leg out. Just like so. Let's see, the balloons. Yes, the gear balloons are in the set here. You can see everything that I've stamped. So I've done the balloons. You can see there's 4 different heads, there's 4 different bodies, and there are 4 different sets of legs, or even this one here that has a little wheel. There's all kinds of things, like you could put little antennas and things on their heads. There's little light bulbs, there's claws. That's really fun if you want the little claw to hold something. There's a little wind up. You can see all the different kinds of arms. There's this, even if he's going to make little sounds or something. So cute. There's a little lightning bolt, so you could make it look like he's got his power on or something like that. So it's literally like little paper doll robots that you can just mix and match and piece everything together. And I'm sorry I have paper here. It makes it a little bit tough to see, but yes. So, okay, I'm going to do the little arms. I have to think about where I'm at here on my little bot, and I'm making a little tiny piece because I'm hoping it's going to fit back here behind his little claw hands. Just like that. And then again, I'm going to adhere this part of his little arms flat. Let's peel this back. And I have no fingernails. Okay, and this one is going to go here and hold our gear balloons. Whoops. And I lost my little foam tape. That's okay, we'll make it work. Press that down, and then his other little arm, and I'll just go ahead and adhere this one flat, since I kind of had to do that with the other one. And this one's going to go down, just like so. Let's say the robot set she's using is an older set, but super. Yes, thank you. It's called Build a Bot. This is an older one. I've been really into the older sets lately, and so yeah, and I think everybody seems to be enjoying a little bit of new inspiration with the some product that you may already have, or it may be that you haven't seen it before. So it's kind of bringing new life to some older sets. Okay, so I've got my red balloon, and he is going to go right up here. And before I get too far, I am going to color in, because I forgot to do it earlier, the gray center. Let's do this gray center. go. We can add a little bit of foam tape on this one. Let's see. Hey, Crafty. Let's see. Sorry you aren't feeling it. Hopefully it won't last long. I can't believe I haven't had anything. I was preparing myself for the worst. Yes, I think a lot of people have been preparing for the worst. And then just hoping. Okay, so we're going to put this one in. I double foam taped the blue one so it could pop out over the red one. So that's double thickness. And then for the line that goes in between, let me see if I can find a really nice black pen. And I should have already done this, so I apologize. Here it is. And I'm just going to take a ruler, and this is a really fine point black pen, and this is how I'm going to make the balloon strings. And I'm going to go from here to his little claw. Just like that. And then I'm going to go from here down to his little claw. Just like that. Okay, now he's got his little balloons on his string. And now we're ready to start or finish embellishing it. Let's go ahead and add the sentiment. So I've got programmed to party, and this is black cardstock, and I heat embossed white embossing powder over that. So we're going to have programmed to party and then HB2U. So we're going to have these little guys right up here, and I'm going to, let's add a little foam tape. Why not? As Laura Basson says, dimension is life. So we'll kind of add that right up here. Just like that. And then a little more foam. You're welcome, Jamie. Oh, you must have to go. Oh, have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Add a little bit of foam tape to the happy birthday to you. And I'm going to nestle it right up in here. Just like that. And now I've got all these little gears. And then I also have some cute little embellishments that we're going to add as well. Okay, so I'm just going to start popping on these little gears. And these were in that stamp set as well. There's all kinds, as you can see here, all kinds of little extra things that you can add in and place wherever you'd like. And I love these because these can either be masculine robots, you could make pink and purple robots. Take a smaller one. But there's a lot of great, as I mentioned before, examples on the Honeybee Stamps website, and there are some more feminine versions on there. So if you have granddaughters or daughters that like science or would love robots, then there's some examples on there for you as well. I've got one more little blue one. And I'm going to pop this guy right up here. Just like so. Okay, now to finish this off, these are so super cool. I may pull out some of these blue, tiny little blue sequins. Now this is called Ocean's Shell. I don't think that this is available at Honeybee Stamps anymore, but you could use any kind of little blue sequin that you'd like, and there are tons on the website. These are available. Let me show you these up close. These are called Jewel of Silver. They look like, to me, they look like a Phillips screw head, you know, that has the little lines in it. But look at this. Do you see how that looks like the head, or where you screw in that type of screw? But I thought that would be super cool to put around and kind of embellish our little robots. And so that's called Jewel of Silver. Let me go ahead and pop out just a few of these to use. And I'm going to add those just kind of in different places to have a little bit of shine, something kind of fun that looks kind of mechanical. Alright, let's start popping these on there. And I'm going to use my little jewel picker and just pop those, what look like little screw heads to me, right down in here. Just like that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a great way to celebrate a girl with her science and technology. Yeah, my kids love all of like the STEM type stuff that they have, you know, programs within the schools. We homeschool, so we get to do a lot of that stuff at home. I got a little squishy glue, but that'll dry nice and clear. Okay, then I think I'll take some of these little bitty blue sequins and kind of finish it off. Let's see. Thank you, Tanya. Let's see. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. And like I said, this is 4 seashells, but I'm obviously not going to use the seashells today. I'm just going to use some of the little bitty blue ones. I thought that they went really well with the light blue of the ink and the other things that I had chosen. So let's pop in some light blue. And then obviously I think that little boys would like some little pops of fun little confetti sequins too. Let's see if I can get that little guy to stay down. Stay in your spot. Like that. And then one more, just little small one right there. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to call this all done. Okay, so you can see all the fun little confettis. I love those, what are they, Jewel of Silver things that look like little screw heads or the end of a Phillips screwdriver. I think those are so fun with this. So they could be used as jewels on maybe a more feminine card, but I think they're so cool with these little robots, and it looks like tools and screws and all kinds of little bits and pieces. So there you go. All right, let me sweep my little jewels to the side here, and then we'll do a quick little recap of everything. And so, of course, the star of our show here is the Build-A-Bot stamp and coordinating die set. And so fun to mix and match. Here are the coordinating dies. So everything in this set has a die that you can use to cut out and just place wherever that you would like it to go. Tons of sentiments, both that go with robots, and I think that would be great for Father's Day and all kinds of things. So you light up my life. You could use a robot with one of these cute little bulbs. Gear up for a great birthday. So this would be great with cars, with the gear stencils, all types of things. Program to party, buzz, say beep boop, zip zap. Thanks a bot, so cute. So you could do thank you cards. My heart beeps for you. So tons and tons of great sentiments in this Gear Up sentiment set. And then the stencils that we used here on the side, this is called In Gear, and it's 2 layers. So you can see the light blue has the little gears with all the teeth, and then the gray was done with just the centers. And these line up, so it makes it really easy to stencil. And let's see here. Thanks a bot. Gold stars for thank you, Miss Pat. I need $1 million to buy it all. I know, right? That's how I feel too. I'm very thankful that I get to work for Honeybee Stamps, and that is part of the fun, is me getting to play with all of these awesome products. Okay, so we had a couple of people that requested the Build-A-Bot stamps and dies, and so I hope that I was able to provide some inspiration for you today to really get these out and play with them, and create all kinds of fun bots. Make sure if you create a card using anything from Honeybee Stamps that you tag us on your social media with hashtag Honeybee Stamps. And then don't forget that next week, let me pull my handy dandy little date thing out here. Next week is our birthday week. So tons and tons of giveaways, demos, a sneak peek into the warehouse, and also we're going to have sneak peeks of our upcoming release. So super fun, April 12th through the 16th. And then let's go ahead and have a giveaway today for all of you kind people that have been in here chatting with me, chatting away. Let's see here. Thank you, Mimi. All right, so our winner of our giveaway today is Kim Burkhard. I hope that I'm saying that right. Kim Burkhard. Are you still here? All right, if Kim is still here, let's see. Thank you all. Yes, using the older sets, pulling those out, giving them a new life, having a little inspiration with the older stuff. Let's see. Thank you, Nicole. Let's see. I'm hoping that Miss Kim is still in the house here. Bye, Pat. See you next time. Thank you. All right, Miss Kim. All right, so you're the winner today. So if you'll just make sure that you have an account set up at Honeybee Stamps, and then if you'll email Lisa at honeybeestamps.com and give her the name on your account, she's going to pop your prize right into your Honeybee Stamps account. Yay, Kim. Congratulations. Okay, you guys, I will see you next week from the Honeybee Stamps headquarters. I am off to pack now, and I can't wait. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Have a great week.